Beautiful. Welcome everybody to today's Thursday training. I'm super excited to introduce Rita Fleming, who is such a superstar. Drop some love in the chat if you know what I mean. This woman just came onto my team, this quiet, silent force that is so powerful. And just the medicine that comes through listening to her speak is, to me, literally soothing to my nervous system, which soothing our nervous systems is one of the most powerful actions we can take in these times that are so chaotic and polarizing. And so to have that gift of her communication come through in her leadership, come through in how she nurtures relationships, how she builds and networks in such a nurturing, heart-centered, joyful, pleasurable, powerful way is such a gift for us to all learn from. And she's Purium's newest crown and is just so amazing to witness rise in leadership and how she cares for her team and builds community. So I'm so happy to learn from you today and all days, Rita. I love you so much. Thank you for training us today.
Oh, thank you, Christina. That was so sweet. And thank you for the love in the chats. I really appreciate you all. And this community is such a huge gift. And I'm just really grateful to be part of it and to learn from each other. And I'm excited for this call today. Really wanted to open up the beginning of the month strong. And I'm curious if there's anyone new here, or if this is your very first call, you can put a 1 in the comments. Awesome. I'm not seeing too many ones. There we go. Hey, Nikki. Nice to meet you. Hey, Ashley. Awesome. So welcome to our community here. This is one of our team training calls, and it's nice because it's a little bit smaller and intimate. We get to connect in with our smaller team level. I'm new every day. Yes, me too. Literally, I learn something new every day. I love that beginner's mindset. And I wanted to start out the call by celebrating some people because it's really important to me to celebrate wins daily, whether they're big wins or they're small wins. And the reason for that is because success builds on success. And so if you get into the daily habit and rhythm of celebrating your wins, you'll start to have more and more and more and more to celebrate. So I just want to honor a couple of people who have been showing up. I know so many people have been showing up strong, but I'm curious if Kristen is on here. I think I saw you pop on.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. It's late over in Scotland.
Yeah, it's a little bit later than maybe most people on the call, but all good. It's still light outside, so that's nice.
Yeah, that is amazing. Oh, well, thanks for being here. Kristen and I have been working together, and we met each other online through Instagram, and we just realized we had similar passions and values, and coming together has been such a sisterhood and an upliftment in every kind of way. And Kristen's just been showing up so strong and consistently. You've been showing up so strong consistently in your business, and so you have so much to be proud of what you've created. And I know that last month you were really close to one of your goals, didn't quite hit, you're right there, which is fine. But you did have so many successes and growth, and also we're right at 4K Club. So just want to hear what's working for you and some of the things that you're learning.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, thanks Rita so much for that. Gosh, what is working? I would say one of the biggest things that I've learned since partnering with Purium is like I came into my business feeling really unsupported. And that was maybe one of the first like big blocks that came up for me was like, I'm not supported in this. Nobody wants to join me. You know, in my first couple of weeks, I thought, this is going to be fine. I know lots of people. I'm really outgoing, totally going to get some people to join on. And I got nobody in my first few weeks. And it took me almost a month to actually have someone agree to buy a ULT, and it was my mom. And so like, I love my mom. She's great. And so that was something that I really had to work through. And I think one of the most, we were talking about nervous system regulation. I think one of the most profound things that I've been learning is what it looks like to be of service to other people, and what that looks like, not just until they buy, but all the way through. And so I think, me hitting 4K club, and I think I've maybe done that twice now. I don't really know. But anyway, I think a big part of that has been my learning in what it looks like to support people and be of service to people, whether they're customers or brand partners, all the way through, and as they're going, through their process. So that's probably been the biggest piece. And then curiosity has been another one. So just for me, it's been being curious about people's stories, being curious about what lights people up. And I've definitely learned a lot of that from Rita as well. And yeah, so those are two of the things that come to mind for sure.
Awesome. Yes. Thank you. I love that. I mean, we're always constantly learning, right, in this business. And I love that you've taken what you've learned and really applied it and just shown up more and more, and you're showing up so strong. So, and I'm curious a little bit about your why, if you'd be willing to share it. I really love hearing your why.
Yeah. Rita and I were talking about this a little bit earlier, and she's like, what's your why? Like right now, like today. And this is one of the things that I think is, again, so inspiring about what we get to do, is like our why gets to constantly evolve and change, and we get to share that with people. And I have an 8-month-old son who is kind of on the very beginnings of eating food, which, by the way, he loves the Power Shake. Can't get enough of it. So that's exciting to me. And as I'm feeding him, and I'm figuring out, okay, what am I feeding him, and where is it coming from? How's it grown, and all that kind of stuff. Questions I've asked before, but just, I feel like hits a little differently when you're doing that on behalf of someone else and a small human. And I've become a lot more aware of what kids around me are eating. And so knowing, of course, like the lack of health that we have in our children and in our society at large, I'm just feeling like such a sense of urgency of like, we need to change. We need to have solutions. We have solutions here for these issues and these problems, very simple solutions as well. And I feel very lit up by that. So that's kind of, a very present, very real why for me right now. Is like, I want to see a healthier generation, and I want to see people who are more connected. And so part of that for me, so I live in Scotland, and I live in a very rural agricultural part of Scotland. And many of the farmers here are transitioning to regenerative. And so I've been having lots of conversations with farmers around here about what that transition looks like, and how it, what are their challenges and what are their successes. And it's been, super interesting to just hear about the fact that farmers want to transition to regenerative, but there are barriers. And just one of those huge barriers is consumer education. And that's what we're all doing here. Like, we're all doing consumer education on what it looks like to buy and consume in a way that supports health in our own self, but supports health of the planet, health of farmers, health of the land. And so, just seeing all of these connections. And one of the things I go back to a lot is connection is health. And Wendell Berry was the first, well, maybe not the first one, but, one of the more present that I've come across that really speaks into that. And so, I'm really just lit up by the connections and where I'm seeing all of those.
Thank you. That was just beautiful. And something that really I love about you, Kristen, and admire so much is your ability to take your passion and bring education to your community, and doing that through social media, and doing that in so many ways. And you guys can actually follow Kristen. She has amazing content over at Emmer and Earth. And your ability to take that passion and like really use Purium as a platform to bring that passion and those gifts and your services out to the world. So thank you so much for all that you share. It inspires me daily.
Thanks, Rita.
Thanks for being here. Awesome. Yay. And I want to bring And yeah, just drop some love in the comments for Kristen. She is just such a wealth of knowledge. And if that like inspired you or lit something in you, you know, just give her some love, because it's such a profound topic. And I definitely resonate. Like there's so much that we need, so many solutions that we do have, and so many ways that we can support our youth. And that topic lights me up. So I also want to bring in Elizabeth Banker, who we got the pleasure of running together last month, especially that last day of the month, like really running hard for her goals. And she did it. She fully just showed up and went for it and made the decision and hit executive. So Lizzie, are you on?
Hi.
Hi, thanks for being here. So great to see you.
Thank you, Rita.
Yay. I just wanted to hear some of your takeaways from that experience for like making that decision, saying, yes, I'm going to try, I'm going to go for this. I'm going to make it happen. Which was beautiful to watch your posture and all of that. But what are some of your takeaways from that experience?
Well, I feel like it kind of, I don't know, is like a little example of how this whole process has been for me over like the past 7 months, which is I'm like in my mind thinking about it, like, yes, I want to dive in and really be part of it and dedicate more time. And it's always on my to-do lists. And then sometimes just like waking up, not really knowing what to do. And sometimes I actually work better under pressure or like last minute procrastinating until things like have to be done, which I don't want to operate that way all the time. But like for Sarah Rhinelander's mastery course, I feel like that last minute application like just helped me get super deep into it. And so anyways, having that last day of like, I can do it, I can crush it, and spending probably accumulatively like maybe only 3 hours that day, but just like deep in conversations and going through my long list of follow-ups, and totally like made those last moves to get to executive was super exciting and inspiring and empowering. And I feel like throughout the month, learning how to also not get let down by being told no or people pulling away, you know, a little bit, or saying yes and then not doing anything, and just maintaining a sense of inspiration to just like keep reaching out and following up. And your support has been so incredible. And I feel so inspired to try and really cultivate an ability to support people the way that you have supported me, because there's kind of like, I feel like I couldn't have done it without you. So I feel really grateful for that and your ability to really like, just be a foundation of strength and support and encouragement and patience forever and ever. And yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm just so proud of you. I mean, what really stood out to me in your run was like, yes, I'm doing this. I am claiming it. And like you said, like it didn't matter the no's that inevitably will come as well, just as part of the process. And you were just like, no, I'm coming from such a place of service. Like, it's okay. I'll follow up with them later. And it didn't slow you or stop you. You just kept going with that perseverance and like knowing what you had, being such a gift. And so I was just loving watching you and your posture and all the ways you were showing up. So that's such a big note to take away from, because so much of it is that internal posture. And yeah, I'm curious what your personal why is right now. What's lighting you up? What's fueling you? Oh, and also just seeing you run on that last day with that much, just imagine how much your business can grow doing that consistently throughout the month.
Yeah, now I've set my goals way higher. I like the way this whole program works in the system, because I feel like really designed for people to succeed, and on an emotional level and on the like experience of also the like building the community and having the community of like the fellow like Purium people, and then also the relationships I'm developing with all my like viewers and all the conversations I'm having. But my personal why now, which really changes depending on what moment, whatever's on my mind in that time. But right now I've been feeling like this kind of, I could just describe it as like a release from like the chains or something. It's like I'm at home and I'm being me, and I get to authentically like engage with people in this way that is like so fulfilling. And it's just enriching my life in beautiful ways. And of course, like it's a way to contribute to the world and to help people and to help myself. But it's like to go outside of the normal system of jobs and business, and like have so much support, just beautiful heart-centered support too, to like move forward and really succeed. And just getting to care for people all day long is like so exciting and fulfilling, and waking up to all these messages and getting to respond and getting to know people across the globe. And that right now is fueling me so much. I'm just like, I want this to be what helps me really succeed, and seeing the real potential in this business, and coming back from Hawaii and being like, okay, I want to be able to go to Hawaii more, and doing it this way. I just feel so good.
Yes. Oh my gosh, so fun. And can you share a little bit of your takeaways of how Hawaii impacted your business, and what that translated into for you?
Yeah, it just like was a supercharge. And I found a lot of inspiration from hearing just other people's whys and stories, and learning even more about the importance kind of the work and the business, as far as like, really giving back, like contributing to something that's helping the planet, that's helping all kinds of people become financially well and physically well. Um, but and just like the lifestyle I got to experience living there, was like so healthy. And I feel like I was so determined to like take that back home with me, that I really have. Like it was easy to like wake up and, make all these videos with the dragon fruit and the ocean and the palm trees. And, I was like, I have to carry this home with me. And how do I thought maybe I was just getting a lot of positive feedback because of the background and the atmosphere, but it was like, I feel like it's really come back with me in a beautiful way. So it just kind of was like a big boost in my forward momentum. And it was so beautiful to be just like with all those beautiful people. And I want to go to more Purium in-person events, because I have no idea how like sacred that would feel and how special. And it is so empowering to feel part of such a beautiful movement.
Thank you so much, Lizzie. That's beautiful. And that truly is the power of events, coming together, coming in community, learning about the deeper mission, being connected to others. And we will see you at Diamond Club in November, along with everyone on this call. Let's meet up at Diamond Club in November. So we'll chat about strategy to get there. But thank you, Lizzie. It's just so fun to do this journey with you. And I'm grateful for all that I'm learning from you as well. So oftentimes people say, like, if you want to master something, teach it. And so we have this awesome built-in mentorship in our business where we get to learn something and teach it, which means we're going to master it, so always learning every day. So thank you. Awesome. So just a few takeaways from there are really like that inner posture, making that decision, going for it, time blocks, and then also the power of events. So awesome. So I'd love to hear, we have so many people that we can highlight, and I'm going to bring some more voices in further into the call, but anything that you're celebrating yourself for right now, like please throw it in the comments. Like, what are you, whether it's a goal that you hit or some mindset leap that you've created, or the ways that you're showing up in your business, how you're showing up as a leader. I'd love to hear just in the chats, people celebrating yourself. Total shift in confidence, mindset awakenings. Yes, good job. Prospecting professionally on my chicken list. I love that. Okay, awesome. Believing I'm worthy. These are huge takeaways. I'm married to my tracker. Yes, reprogramming my relationship with money. These are fun. I want to hear some more. Growing past blocks. I'm creating more content and more consistent content. Weekly gut health blog series. I love that. Radically listening to the call of my heart and following where it aligns me with my morals. That's epic, Bella. Helping my team through Fast Start. Congratulations, Camille. Yes. Holding myself accountable. So these are huge wins, and they translate into every area and aspect of our lives, and we get to cultivate them here in our business, but they do translate into every other area. Let's hear a couple more. Bringing in a lot of intention and passion into what I do every day, in and out of this business. Realizing that a few no's just mean I'm getting closer to a yes. Being guided by spirit to help more women. I love that, Nova. It's beautiful. Yay. Well, thank you for sharing. And I really want to, so celebrating ourselves and our wins is so, so important because like I said, it sets you up for more things to celebrate, but also knowing our why is a foundational principle of this business. So I'd love to hear a few whys in the chat as well. Like what is lighting your fire? What missions, what's lighting you up? And we have our short-term whys and goals and our long-term whys and goals. And so short-term why and goal example for me was to get a new car, which I got and fully paid off. And then another short-term goal and why for me, that was really my very first why, was to retire my mom. Because she's worked so hard in her life and she's given me so much. Like I feel like I can, never repay her, our parents. And I've been able to do that. Like I've been able to retire my mom, which feels so good to me. One of my longer term whys is to, invest in land and a home. And one of my other longer term whys is to actually invest in land so I can give it back to Indigenous communities. So everyone has a different why, and I'm going to read through some of these. And then another one of my whys that I've been able to achieve is being able to invest in regenerative solutions and in Indigenous programs, and communities. So that's really fulfilling. I'm going to read some of these. So Nova, my why is to be fully financially abundant so that I can create an Indigenous medicine healing center that is completely donation based. Awesome. We have similar why. Michelle, you're relaunching your business. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. You're doing your RPMs daily. These are all the ways that you're growing. I love that. Bringing awareness and hope. Short-term goal, financial freedom for my family to live in alignment with our values. My why is so I can help people. Awesome. So I encourage everyone to get really clear on your whys, like you're driving what's motivating you, but also how to achieve that. So for instance, how much income would it take to achieve your short-term why? And write that number down. And then how much income would it take to achieve your longer term why on a monthly basis? And write that number down. And that's what we're working towards. So this is all in our action plan. And I just want to make sure everybody is set up since it's the beginning of the month. And so these are our action plans. Please go through that with your mentor, but it speaks to your monthly rank goal. So if your monthly rank goal is director, that's 2,500 points. And you and your mentor can map out how to get there. Your K Club goal is how much you want to have in sales. Your 3-month financial goal, that's that short-term why. And then 1 year financial goal, that's more that longer term. So really recommend everyone writing down your why. To me, it's the most important piece of this business, because it is your fuel. And Mary, I love it. My sister Mary, she always says, write your why for 5 minutes every single day. And she has, and that's really been her key to success. So next, I just want to mention the action plan. Make sure you get that posted up in our Superfood Social business group. So also, this is our community group. Make sure you're a part of this. This Superfood Social group, because that's where we really celebrate each other and get connected in. Those are kind of our first foundational steps at the beginning of the month. If you haven't posted your action plan in there yet, get that in there, because that's how you raise your hand. And that's how we know who to support, right? So it's part of our systems. And I just want to hear, why are systems so important? Well, they're creating, I'd like to hear from everybody, why are systems so important? Go ahead and post it in the chat. Duplication. Yes, Nova. So duplication is what grows our business. So if I was doing everything on my own, I would not be able to impact very many people. I wouldn't be able to get this message out to very many people. But duplication, you're able to literally duplicate yourself. And not only am I doing all of these action steps towards success, but my team is doing these action steps towards success, which is going to help them in their goal and also help us to reach and impact so many more people collectively. So I love the visual and analogy for those of you that are just like trying to understand and learn duplication. Rather than me lighting a candle individually, I'm lighting someone's candle and they're lighting someone's candle and then they're lighting someone's candle and they're lighting someone's candle. So this is really the engine of your business that allows you to create that residual income. So that income while you're sleeping, so following the systems and that duplication is going to, if you're role modeling it, you're role modeling it for your team. And then, really showing up in that way is going to grow your business. So that's leverage. And then I really want to just drop into campaign strategy for the month, which actually brings us back to your deeper why. So I loved hearing from Kristen in the beginning, hearing her passion of really wanting to help the youth get healthy and create solutions for that. Some people, it's women helping women. Others, it's plastic free or ocean health, Some people, it's time freedom to be with your family. So really tune into that deeper why to figure out your content and what you want to share, and really share from your heart. And that's going to translate into your widen your reach, which is going to translate into sharing your authentic voice and your authentic message, which is going to translate into connecting with community who has similar values, and also, potential people that you can collaborate with and work with, who you want to link arms with. So that's the importance of knowing your why as well. Awesome. And then we have our list, just kind of going through what's on that action plan. And I would love to help people to share their stories. So stories is the other kind of we're just professional storytellers, like authentically sharing what is lighting us up and how these resources are creating a solution in our own lives. And so the first story that I love to share is our health transformation story. And so you guys can write these down and I'll give you these notes as well. But when you're sharing your health transformation story, the first question is like, why are you excited to do this transformation? And what are some of your health struggles? Like if you're helping someone that's brand new, so we want to master this information, not only for ourselves, but to help other people on our team. So why are you excited to do this transformation? And I'll just give an example. I'm excited to do this transformation because I'm looking to have more energy in my life and I'm ready for a reset and I want to have some more emotional clarity, What are some of your health struggles? Well, I've been having a hard time with mental fogginess, and having a hard time with clarity. And then what do you hope to get out of this experience? Well, I hope to have more energy, and I hope to be more connected to my surroundings, whatever is authentic for you or for this person. And then invite people into your journey with you, so that they can cheer you on or be an accountability buddy. So those are the 4 questions that I ask myself when I'm sharing my health journey, which is going to be different each month, but also when I'm helping other people with their health journey. So what are you excited to get out of this transformation? What are some of your current health struggles? And what do you want to get out of this experience? Yeah. And then on the business side, also, we can help so many people, not only in health, but in business, or financial empowerment, or options, or a second stream of income. So a way that I love to first launch in the business that way is sharing your business story. Yeah, if somebody wants to put those questions in there. And so your business story, again, you're just authentically sharing what is true and real for you. But the first question is, what do you currently do for work? The second question is, what do you love about your work? The third is, what don't you love about it? The fourth is, how does Purium fill these gaps? And the fifth, I like to add in, what's your short-term and long-term why? So an example of that is like, oh, I'm just going to make this up from other people's stories that I've heard, but like, oh, I'm currently a nurse practitioner. And what I love about it is the amount of people I get to be with on a daily basis and help and support through challenging times. What I don't love about it is the hours. They're long, and it's exhausting. And I feel like I'm not able to help people in all the ways that I want to, or give them solutions in all the ways that I want to. How does Purium fill the gaps? So, well, this business model is amazing because it allows me to make a larger impact on people, and help people with their health goals. And it also allows me to step away from my long hours and create another solution for time freedom. And then, like, what's that short-term and long-term why? It could be, my vision is that I want to retire from my nursing job, and I want to be able to world school my kids and, take them around the world. So it's really whatever is honest and true and real for you. You have your story, is all I'm trying to share. And so it's really easy to start sharing your health story and your business story just by asking yourself these simple questions. Awesome. So any feedback in the chat, if that is making sense and resonating, and also a heart if you've posted your business story or your health story recently. So the reason I love to post these is because then you get to, yay, Mary Smith, awesome. Mary, do you want to share how that went for you, how posting your story, how that impacted you and your community?
It was very effective. I got so much feedback that it took me days just to get through all the conversations that I needed to have as follow-up. And I was able to recruit a brand partner that would be like just someone who I would have handpicked to be under me, but I hadn't reached out to her, and I hadn't actually talked to her for many, many years. And she saw my story and was touched by it. And she reached out to me, and she immediately was just like, I want these products. I want to try them. And then once we talked in person, she said, I want to be a brand partner too. So that was really awesome. Yeah. And then I also was able to connect people with ULTs. So definitely it was really a positive experience.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. And do you mind sharing what you shared? What was effective for you?
Yeah, so both my husband and I just recently have come to Purium, and I had high blood pressure to the point that I had been told I was on the verge of a stroke and I needed to do something, but I was having reactions to the blood pressure medication, and I knew that that wasn't the route that I wanted to go anyhow. And so I reached out to a Purium brand partner or consultant that I didn't even know was a consultant. I thought she was just a fitness coach. And when we talked, I had seen a video she shared about the superfoods. And once again, not knowing anything about Purium, I asked her about them. And she said, yes, it definitely would be a really good fit for you. And so I bought my first ULT, and once I was in the middle of the cleanse portion of it, I was like, oh my gosh, my blood pressure is just dropping. And I knew that it was going to make a big difference for me. Well, then my husband, who was diabetic, said, I want this too. He said, I want to try. And so we immediately ordered him a ULT. And by that point, I knew that I wanted to become a brand partner. And he started, and he had a physical once he was about he was almost 4 weeks into his ULT. He had a physical, and the doctor was like, you're not diabetic. Your numbers are great. So just that short amount of time for both of us changed our numbers drastically. And I immediately recruited, and everyone around me that is using the products already are having such fantastic results. And I want everyone to have it. So that was my story that I shared, and people were definitely touched by it. So
that's so beautiful. Thanks for sharing your journey.
Oh, you're welcome. You're a big part of it. I love you. I follow you. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Well, congratulations. That is absolutely beautiful. And I love hearing those stories. So there is a perfect example of the power of stories, and how if we get like a little bit vulnerable sometimes, or I don't know, was it uncomfortable for you at all to share your story, or were you just like, "Ooh, I'm going to share this"?
No, it was uncomfortable. It took my upline giving me a call and saying, come on, Mary, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And I was really close to, I had like 3 days left to hit my director. No,
Mhm.
yes, fast start director. And they had the confidence in me. I was about 900 points away, and they had the confidence in me that I did not have in me. And so they basically said, this is what you need to do. And so I did it, and boom, I hit that goal. And so now this month I am counting down. I want to hit executive by the end of the month. And so far I'm on track for that. So, and it's such an amazing feeling, because once you're feeling that momentum, like the fast start is brilliant. It's brilliant because that momentum that you feel, and just knowing like, okay, 200 points per day. I don't want to go to sleep at night until I've had the correct number of conversations that I know I need to meet that goal, So it's definitely, it's lit a fire underneath me.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Yes, we learn as we go. That's so beautiful. And it's true. It's so much easier to stay on pace. So the way that she that she figured that out was just, if you take like your goal 2,500 and divide it by the number of days in the month by 31, you come up with your daily pace. And that's so much easier to stay in pace than it is to try and do like this huge push at the end of the month. So congratulations for learning that and applying that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yay. And just would love to, like, to your point, it can be really uncomfortable to share authentically or vulnerably or share our stories, but look at how many people you've been able to help just by like, okay, this isn't about me, this is about who can I be of service to, and you're helping so many others. So thank you. That's a beautiful example. Awesome. So that is the power of stories and the power of authenticity, because we never know. It can be like something big, it can be something small, it can be something as simple as I'm getting deeper rest, I'm getting deeper sleep. You know, we don't really talk about, I loved in the Zoom last night, we don't really talk about quality of sleep and how much that has a ripple impact, right? So just by getting more sleep, we're not so short with our kids or our family members, you know, or our community, or so there's so many impacts of feeling better. Oh, love it. Yay. So I wanted to, that was really the foundations of just getting yourself going that I wanted to cover. And I think it's important for all of us to hear at different times because our story is always changing. And I wanted to drop into Asana, which is how I've been organizing myself. And it's been really revolutionary for me. So I just want to share this tip with you all. Here we go. Oops, it looks like I got logged out. 1 second. Go ahead. Oh, good. You just downloaded the app. Awesome. Sorry, I'm trying to get logged back in. If anybody wants to share any takeaways in the chat, I'll check them up. It's actually free. It doesn't cost any money, Phoenix. It's actually not letting me log in. I'm really excited to show you this because it's been so revolutionary for me. Okay, got it. So I'm going to show you my screen. Asana is free, and I actually have known about it for months, but I never did anything about it because I was like, oh, I'm not good with technology. I don't want to learn anything. It literally took me 5 minutes to set it up. And you have all of these different things that you can set up. So I have, you know, who I'm reaching out to. Here's my list, who I've reached out to, who I've sent a link to, who I've scheduled a call with, who I'm following up with, who is ordered. And so what's really amazing about this is you can move people like, oh, I've sent them a link. Oh, I've scheduled a call with them. Oh, I've followed up with them. Oh, I've enrolled them. And if you have a customer that's having a really amazing experience, you can actually, and they decide to upgrade, you can actually pull this over and move it into your brand partner pipeline. And then I always say, like, you know, I've done my pre-onboarding with them. Oh, they've been onboarded, or these people need to be onboarded. Oh, I've helped them share their first gift card. Oh, I've helped them with their list and like actually reach out to people. And wow, I have all these people running for these goals this month. And you can just do like a really easy tab here that shows they're in their fast start window. So this has been amazing for me. Like, it's taken everything that I've been trying to organize in so many different ways, from a whiteboard to my brain to a notebook to Excel. And this has been profoundly more easy and successful for me. And then I also have, my customer follow-up, like I haven't inputted it yet, but who do I need to follow up with? And then I have my social media. And so these are like all my ideas of like, wow, here's what I want to work on. And here's my ones that are in progress that I've either started writing some of the content or started doing the video. And so I can just move it based on where it is. And here's the ones that I've completed. So this is saving me a ton of time because, I can work on these in small bits and be ahead of my social media. So yes. And then I have my projects page, all of it, like even resources for my team, my Leslie Zan calls and my training calls, like all organized. So everything in one place, and it's just called Asana. It's a free app. Just get the free version if you want to check it out. I'm not super technological savvy, and it took like 5 minutes to set up. And there's like, probably a 5-minute video that we can help you get that set up. But for me, that was, sorry about the loud noise out there. For me, that was revolutionary. And it's saving me a ton of time. So that is on the organizational side. Right. And then I wanted to go through a little bit of social media because I've been getting a lot of questions with that. And obviously we have widen your reach, which if you don't know, do you want? Yes. Christina, I would love to hear your shares for this call, and then we'll go into Reels.
Beautiful. Well, I want to bring on Robert, our brand new executive. Can you come on and share with us your why, what you did, why you chose to grow this, what you did to get there, and your outlook on your future, Robert?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. Feels really good to reach this goal of executive and to just continue diving deeper into everything that Purium has to offer. And yeah, my why has shifted a lot over these 5-6 months. I first started off just wanting to do a parasite cleanse, and then from there, I saw the bigger picture of what the Purium economy is offering. And my short-term why is definitely getting out of the labor work that I've been doing as an exterior residential painter, inhaling lots of chemicals and, the hour for dollar paradigm kind of thing. And I've always wanted to, or at least in the last 10 years since getting into spiritual practices, just to find something that I can really be of service to the planet and my brothers and sisters on this planet. And yeah, Purium checks every box, and it really has, made me look at programs in myself and conditioning around money and around food and nutrition that I hadn't looked at before. So I'm really grateful that I've gotten past the initial resistance in myself that both you, Christina, and Erica have witnessed, I'm sure, a big transformation with. I'm learning to really get organized and structured. And yeah, the whole idea of duplication for me is so important. So I'm learning, getting on as many calls as I can. And yeah, this executive run it was fun. I mean, I was just reaching out to so many people every day, connecting. And for me, my heart is really in it. I really want to help people to find health solutions as well as, getting out of financial stress. So yeah, I'm all in, and I know there's so much more beauty to unfold with it all.
What are your long-term and short-term rank goals?
Well, I'm running for diamond until I get diamond, and I would say long term is as high as I can go. I mean, what I've really understood is with this business model, there's an unlimited potential of income. And I've shifted my relationship with money so much since the pandemic began. And in the last 6 months since becoming a brand partner, I really understand that money is energy exchange. There's nothing wrong with it. It's all about our perspective and our relationship. And in order to really be of service to people, and to the planet and to communities, I, need resources, and I'm going for 7 figures in the next 5 years, no problem.
So awesome. I just have to say, on my first Connect call with Robert, he was like, yeah, I just kind of live life, like whatever comes through my door is like, it's all good. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll meet you there, and let me like up you this one possibility. And it's been so amazing to watch you step into that possibility and shift from, kind of being this like passive participant of your life to like the co-creator and sitting in the pilot seat of your ship. And it's been so amazing to watch, and your posture and your belief shift like that. And I'm just so stoked for you. And I know we're going to be at Diamond Club together. And yeah, super huge congratulations. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you so much, Christina.
And really quickly, because I know Rita has more, 2 minutes. Sophia, I want to bring you on, another really powerful powerhouse here who just double ranked to Fast Start Director in your first couple weeks or something like that. Are you still on here, Sophia?
Hello, I'm here. I'm actually at work, but I have the freedom to come on real quick. Hi. Oh shoot, I think this froze.
We got you. Yeah, go ahead. Congratulations. And thanks for taking the 2 minutes.
So yeah, well basically I did my transformation through June and just was loving it so much and was just naturally sharing it with like everyone I knew, my friends, my family, and like they all were like, whoa, dude. So it was just, I feel like it just flowed really well, and I got to help the people around me try these products. And yeah, I've just been soaked, and I feel really blessed that this just flowed so well for me this month. And I just feel like super aligned with the mission of this company and the vision, like that's basically the same vision I have for my life, is to help people, help the planet. So once I realized all of that, I was like, hey, I for sure want to be a brand partner and feel like this is part of what I have to do on this planet, is like to help people, like that's my why at the end of the day, is how can I help people? How can I help my family? So yeah, and I really want to help my mom to retire, and I don't want to have to worry about money at all. And I just want to have that freedom and be able to impact the world and community. I just love how passionate this company is too about regenerative agriculture. I want to get into that too, eventually have my own land and farm. And yeah, I'm just super stoked to be aligned with everybody here in this mission.
Awesome. And I've also heard you, Sophia, say you're going for 7 figures in this life and beyond. And I know we're going to be at Diamond Club together too. Super.
Yes.
Congratulations. Yeah. Thank you, Rita. And I will say one more thing, is that both of these people you guys got yourselves to your ranks by sharing product. And the next step is to really lean into leading with the business and bringing in brand partners. So if you can relate to making that shift, drop a 2 in the comments. Thanks, Rita. Back to you.
Awesome. Thank you everyone for sharing. It's beautiful to hear your voices. Yes, we got some 2s in the comments. Awesome. Well, I'm just gonna, we only have a couple more minutes, which is great. I just want to leave you with some income producing activities and action steps to really launch all of this passion, this why, into actualizing your dreams. So some of our top income producing activities, the first one I want to speak to is UBT. And so if you don't know what that is, that's our ultimate business transformation. And that's if you share 3 lifestyle transformations in a week between Saturday morning and Friday night, and they all have a smart order of 50 BV, you get an additional 500 points. And so those can really add up. And if you do 10 in a month, you get all of those plus an additional 1,000 points. And so I would just ask yourself, like, how many of those do you want to hit in a week? How many do you want to hit this month? And really set yourself up for that rhythm of 3, because that rhythm of 3 also creates this momentum in your business. And all of this is like getting into that rhythm, getting into that momentum. So that's a fun one that is definitely on my list. The next is talking to new people, like getting excited about your personal why and then listening to other people and hearing what their personal why is. Like who's praying for this and who could this potentially be a solution for? So that's keeping your funnel full. What do the points go towards? Great question. Okay, so your points all add up. Products are worth certain points, and then you get bonus points for your widen your reach, as well as hitting other things. So those points actually go to add up to your rank goal. So consultant is 1,000 points, director is 2,500 points, and you and your team's points all add up collectively to hit larger goals. So that's where this community aspect comes in, which is my favorite part. So UBT, talking to new people, follow up. I loved Leslie Zan. I know we're at the top of the hour. If you have a couple more minutes, I loved Leslie Zan's speech the other night, and she was saying that 80% of sales need an average of 5 follow-ups to get to a decision, and then 44% of people only follow up 1 time. And then 94% of people stop following up after 4 times when we need 5. So really, that's why I love that Asana that I just showed you. You can see where you're at in your process with each person. And it makes it really simple. Next is connect calls. So if you really have a big goal this month, if you want to move your business forward, commit to bringing your mentor at least 5 calls this week, and aiming for that. Like what kind of action steps do you need to take to bring your mentor 5 calls this week? So really start thinking about that. Next is referrals. So letting people know what you're up to and seeing if they know of anyone that this could potentially support, or letting people know that you're expanding your business in their area, and that see if they know of anyone that's wanting to integrate nutrition into their services, or wanting to uplevel their health, or wanting to increase their income stream. Next is a launch event. And a launch event you can design with you and your mentor. And it's just like inviting your friends and your community to let them know what you're up to and how you can be of service to your community and how they can support you in your journey, whether it's cheering you on, or whether it's becoming a customer, or whether it's joining you in the business. So a launch event is really fun. And you can also do a relaunch event if you've been doing the business for a while. The next is social media, doing your widen your reach, really maxing those out. Time management, committing to how many hours you want to commit to your business. Group transformations are another option. And finally, events, like as Lizzie and so many people have spoken to on this call, events are so special, and they're what really grow your own belief and grow your business simultaneously. And so really work with your upline mentor to get on a 30, 60, or 90-day run to Diamond, because every single person on this call can get to Diamond Club in November. So that would be my personal goal, is like getting to Diamond, getting yourself there, and seeing how many people in your team you can bring with you. Because like I said, there's nothing like events, and they're so special. And I can't wait to go to Diamond Club. So those are kind of my top tips as far as the beginning of this month goes, is where to like orient your focus, and really like take away, just connect with your mentor to come up with that 30, 60, 90-day plan of getting you to Diamond ultimately, or further beyond, whatever your goals are. So thank you, everyone. Please drop some takeaways in the comments. And I appreciate you all being here.
Great call, Rita. Thank you.
Thanks, Tala. Asana app, yes. Thank you. Good to see everyone.
Thanks, Rita.
Yay.
Thank you, love.
Thank
That was
you.
awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
You're
Ree.
welcome.
Good job, everyone.
Great stories. Thank you everyone for sharing your voices.